Right, golf shop onliners, what's the difference between RTX wedges, this is the RTX 6, and a CBX 2 full face, or just CBX in general? Now these are both the wedges out of my bag. I use both of these style of wedges. So RTX is more of your kind of bladed, gaming, classic specialized wedge. So it's going to win on super lovely looks, loads of grind and bounce options, nice rounded shape. It's got nice leading edge as well, as in it's not too rounded or too straight. You know, it's a gorgeous kind of player's style, touchy-feely, lovely looking wedge. Well, if you compare that up to CBX, CBX is a bit more rounded. You see a little bit more of a thicker top line, slightly. Even though they do try to hide it, it's still there. But from gaming position, because they shape it, it doesn't look as much. But you can see the different shape. It's much more high-toed, this one, and rounded because it's the full face. And obviously, it's a cavity back design. We've now got a little bit of a rubber jelly fusion bit in the back. We've got actually cavity, some weight pushing round to the outsides. And I'm going to use both of these clubs. But what I'm really doing is with these clubs is I'm blending it from my set. I use the ZX4 irons, which are more game improvement irons. So I don't like so much the transition between a bigger iron, a more powerful iron, down to like an RTX 6, which is more of a kind of truer design club, or more old-fashioned in its lofts, or whatever loft you choose, but designer's bladed kind of feels. The CBX is more of a blend. It's like right in between my power irons into my bladed wedge. It sits right in the middle, and I think lots of people just go straight for the kind of bladed ones because it's cool. But I actually think having a cavity back wedge blend is a really good idea. This club basically bridges the gap between my wedge pitching wedge out of my set, which I'm going to pitch with this, the CBX. It's going to go in a bit lower just from the loft I've got. I could get a more lofted version if I wanted, but it's really bridging that gap down to my now very true bladed feel club. And I'm using this more out of traditions of what I'm used to growing up playing. To be fair, I could probably use two CBXs and I wouldn't go amiss. But I still like this for turning it open, closing it, manipulating it. I see this more as of how I've grown up playing. Yet with the gap wedge, my 50 degree, I do want it to get closer to my power irons. If you're someone who's got game improvement irons, just jumping straight to like an RTX 6 wedge where it is more bladed might not always be the best option.